Okay, welcome to the Keto90 support call on Monday evening here, January 13th. We're here with a lot of great people sharing a lot of great stories already. Wanted to record this and get it out for people who want to hear about these great stories and tips that we're going to be giving out this evening. And one of the questions I just asked was, has anyone tried the keto chocolate shake with OsteoFX powder inside of it? So somebody said yes.
I did, Paul. This is Lanny.
Oh, Lanny, wonderful.
It tasted really good. I only put one little scoop in there though, so I didn't put the two that it recommends. I just think that's overloading a little bit. So now I'm doing the
2 scoops of no, just what do you mean the 2 scoops it recommends?
2 scoops of the OsteoFX powder. It recommends 2 scoops when you put that in a drink.
Where does it recommend that? It's just 1 scoop.
Okay, well, on mine it said 2. Maybe I don't know.
Where do you mean on yours? On your canister?
Yeah. Yeah, on the canister. Of course, I threw it away, so
hold on.
I always dump it into another container.
Hey, Lanny, nothing like stirring the mud.
No, it's 1 scoop. The osteo powder.
Yeah, that's what I had. It just says 1 scoop.
Yep, 1 scoop. It's 2 scoops of the BTT. Yeah, Cindy was right. It's 2 scoops of BTT, 1 scoop of this. However, people don't like putting this all the time in their BTT. You know, they just want to drink the peach BTT by itself. So I was wondering, plus I'm always looking for ways to, the chocolate shake is super good. Like it's the best ever, but if you can make, I'm used to drinking something a little thicker and, the chocolate vanilla might be good. And you might even pick up a little bit of coconut in this, a little mixed with it, I'm thinking, but I have not tried that yet. Tomorrow morning I will. It just popped in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, we should mix the osteo powder with the chocolate shake. So I wondered if anyone else has done that, because I'd rather someone else be the guinea pig on that than myself.
I mixed our coffee with the osteo liquid, and that was really good. And the shake.
You put the osteo liquid in coffee.
And the shake, yeah. So it's kind of
So you put the osteo liquid in the shake?
In both of them, yep. And the coffee was the liquid that I used to, instead of water.
What did you think of the osteo liquid in the shake?
I thought it was good. Yeah, it just enriched it.
Did it taste more vanilla or more coconut?
Oh, just a nice, smooth, rich flavor. Yeah, I liked it.
I grew up, I didn't get overweight by accident. I ate a lot of Almond Joys to achieve that 285. Mm-hmm. So I love chocolate and coconut. That thought lights my brain cells up. So I'm excited to try that. Excellent. Anybody else got any weird combinations they'd like to share with the rest of us that are out of the box?
It doesn't matter what kind of coffee we have that's longevity, right? There's not any difference as far as it'd be just in the flavor, correct? Okay.
So that being said, for those of you that don't know my background, I brought in a company called Drink ACT. And with Drink ACT, we kind of acquired companies too a little bit, like Longevity did, and then we came over to Longevity. So one of the products that we brought over is called Diet Something Coffee. I think one of the coffees we brought over is called Energy 62 or something along those lines.
Diet 62.
Diet 62. Okay. And is it energy something too?
There is an energy coffee.
There's also an extreme energy coffee.
Yes. So, tip of the evening. So I completely forgot about this stuff. Maybe it was on purpose because my brain thought for safety reasons, it'd be better that I forgot about it. But if you want to get anything done, particularly like if you need to clean your whole house or your house and your neighbor's house, you should drink some of the Energy 62 coffee because that is unbelievable for energy. I mean, it will light you up. It was the best. It's the best stuff ever. And I can't believe we still have it. And I didn't know about it. It's just, so with that though, because we were having this call about I'm like, oh, we should get that diet coffee back. And Steve's like, well, Paul, it's been here the whole time. And I'm like, no way. Completely spaced on that. So that diet coffee has things in it that curb your appetite and work to raise your metabolism. So we're obviously any of the organic K-cups work and anything will work with longevity coffee. But that energy coffee and that diet coffee is unbelievable. Super, super good. So if you're anybody that has a problem with, boy, I'm feeling kind of tired on this, I'm not having the energy like I used to have, bump up to that other coffee. Or if someone is having problems with a little bit of hunger, then drink the Diet 62. It's magical.
Cool.
Yes, my energy levels so it's not energy levels anymore. We're not talking about high emotional energy anymore. We now are calling it zest. So that's our new favorite word is zest. So everyone's got to say zest, zest, zest. Got a lot of zest. That's it, zest.
I like it.
No, I'll check my email on that Keto Cube thing. That I should have had it. I got to find out from my lady. I have a woman that works on the thing, so hopefully we have that now. I don't know what the delay is, but I know a million people are asking for it, so I will make that call too. So what am I doing right after this? I'm calling about the Keto Cube, and I'm calling about what else am I calling about?
I have a question.
I just said a second ago to all of you that I was going to do something right after this call, and then I forgot what it was.
You were going to change the link, Paul, so that it would go from Zoom to the registration page.
Thank God someone's paying attention. Change link on Keto90 Kickstart. Got it.
I have a question.
And the date, excuse me, and the date.
Oh, and the date, yep. So again, I'm going to just take the date right off and just leave it up to all of you. It's the 20th, but you got to have your chocolate shake by the 20th, and we can't Zoom it to you. So you got to order today. So truly the deadline's like right now, before we even get it up. But, so you got to have that sense of urgency with the people, your prospects, being like, you got to order the chocolate shake today.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm on my phone. So about the coffee, I always have coffee with butter, and I've started adding the cream, but I have it when I get up in the morning at 7. Should that be my breakfast? Do I still have a breakfast at 11?
So the only you can drink before 11 is just black coffee or tea.
Oh, okay.
You can't do the keto coffee until 11.
Okay. So I lost 7 pounds like the first 3 days, but then the last 4 days I've been the exact weight for 4 days now. It's frustrating.
Okay, so are you in ketosis?
Yes, and I'm following everything to the T. I'm not sure what to eat, so I do more shakes than eat. But I'm following everything exact.
Okay.
Yesterday, because I hadn't lost any for several days, I only had, all I ate all day was 2 shakes and and my coffee. That's all I had.
What do you mean? What
And
did you have in your coffee?
I was on the, I was still, just, I do coffee with butter. But see, that's, I didn't know if, well, now I know not to have that in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have it in the morning. You got to be fasting from 7 p.m. until 11 a.m. And you got to check your ketones. We recommend getting those ketone strips. Maybe someone can put that link in here.
Yeah, I do. I have those. And I am in ketone.
Ketosis. Okay.
Yeah, ketosis.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't know. I keep trying, but
Well, the human body is a funny thing. Like it goes through things. It's its natural reaction is to hold on to things because it doesn't want to lose body fat. That's not what your body wants to keep the body fat in case of emergency. So you're going to have to convince it that, no, I'm going to win. This is like a battle between you and your body. So you just got to stay firm and say, this is what we're going to do. And it's going to have no choice but to use these ketones for energy. And you're going to be burning your own body fat. Make sure you're doing the water. Things that can help move things along is exercise is huge. Also, like Rev can play a big role right now in helping your body break down body fat faster. Like my body just still isn't breaking it down as fast as I want to. Like I want to be in I want to be near that 4.0 mark with producing ketones. So my body becomes a ketone producing machine. And the only product in the world that can make your body break down body fat faster and produce more ketones is Rev. So that might be a product you may want to take.
So I had ordered the moringa that you were talking about. That doesn't. What were you saying that does?
What was it called again?
Moringa, something like that. The moringa is supposed to. I thought you were talking about that. It increases metabolism.
Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Are you referring to African mango?
No, it's a moringa. It's a herb.
Oh,
We have a product.
Paul, I thought you mentioned it. That's why I went. Must have been something else. Okay.
Paul, when do you recommend we take the Rev? At what intervals and how much?
So it's 3 times a day. And it doesn't.
With our meals?
No, not really, because the whole thing is that you want to make sure your body's always breaking down body fat and always producing more ketones. So,
okay.
You like to do it, morning, afternoon, evening, because, but Rev means nothing unless you're actually in ketosis first.
So I'm up to an 8.
If you're still pink, then don't bother doing Rev yet.
Yeah, if you're showing, negative for ketones, it's not going to get you into ketosis faster.
But if it's light pink, if it registers on that chart.
As long as you got something.
Okay. Thank you.
I was excited. I'm up to the next darkest now. I'm at the 8.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So my next step would be really good.
Yeah.
If that could get me there, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. So that's so awesome. Like that's really awesome that you got there. So now you can't lose it. Okay. Like work really hard to get to this deep, the deeper purple on the ketones, and your body's now breaking down body fat, and you're going to lose weight so fast. Now that you're there, it's going to be super awesome, but you can't cheat. You got to stay strong and stay there, because you don't want to bump yourself out of that.
You had some recommendations on getting it darker. One of them was exercise. What were the other?
The Rev is the best idea.
Okay. Thank you.
I can tell the difference in my energy. It's a different kind of energy than when you just get up and go do stuff.
Yep. It's a very different kind of energy.
Awakening.
It is. It is a good
And
way
Paul,
to put it.
you're saying not with meals. You're saying like when you get up maybe, and then the afternoon, and then an evening.
Yeah. So it works. You know, like like a really good time to take Rev would be like before you go to bed. You know, like so you eat at 7. I wouldn't, maybe like 8, 9, take it, because now your body's not going to have any food until 11 a.m. So by taking the Rev then, right, you know, before you go to bed, it's gonna help your body break down body fat and produce more ketones while you sleep, which is super good. And then to get up in the morning and then give some more Rev and then break down like that, because the hours you're going to lose the most weight is between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. It's like your sweet spot for weight loss. And now I'm assuming that you have stopped eating at 7 p.m. the night before and you haven't had anything, you know, except for tea or black coffee between then and 11 a.m. But that 9 to 11 is that sweet spot. So by getting up at, you know, 5, 6, 7, whatever time you get up at, and having some Rev, you're just adding gasoline to the fire, making your body burn more and more body fat during those hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
You had talked about the hot chocolate, like at night or something. We're supposed to, and then you said like 1,200 calories. So if a person were doing a shake day, hypothetically, would they do 4 shakes or just 3 and have some hot chocolate?
Just 3 and a hot chocolate. You should never do more than 3 shakes a day.
Never, okay.
But it seems like the hot chocolate actually is I didn't think this all the way through. The hot chocolate is not a great idea for your last, well, we actually did it during the Kickstart for your last meal. And that's, you know, that's usually, it's that later at night that's the roughest time for people. So having the lowest calorie meal at the last meal doesn't make any sense, because you want to be full as long as possible before you fall asleep. You know, even if you're going to bed at 10 p.m., it's still, you know, 3 hours before you go to bed. So that shake makes more sense to do it on the last meal at 6:30. So maybe you do your hot chocolate at, you could do it at, I wouldn't do it at 11. I would do a shake then, but maybe 1:30 you could do hot chocolate, or 4 p.m. you do the hot chocolate. You know, just like a lot of people at 4 p.m., they're like, I just had 2 shakes already today and I'm not hungry. Like, I don't want this 4 p.m. shake. Good. Have the hot chocolate then. And then at 6:30, do the shake. And then you'll be full till you go to sleep. And that trick seemed to work really well with people that I've been working with.
One of the things I've been adding is the brie. Well, I haven't put brie into something warm before, so I found that it's not something that dissolves easy or melts.
Right.
So what's the trick?
That's why I drink so much coffee. You said ghee, right? Where
I was the brie. It's ghee.
I'm not sure what
Maybe
you're referring to.
I thought it was brie, but maybe I'm mispronouncing it.
Yeah, you're talking about the butter, that's the non-dairy butter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called ghee, Ghee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't work in the shake well at all, but you don't need any more fat in the shake. You got the fat already built into the keto shake. So where you need the fat is in the coffee. So that's why I put the ghee in the coffee.
Gotcha. All righty. Got it.
Has anyone tried my Croto keto coffee yet?
Yeah, it's good. That's what I've been drinking at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Tell the world about it. It's the best thing in the world.
I love it with the collagen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's magical. So just on the collagen, it does still affect your insulin levels. So you gotta you can't add the collagen to the shake. It's just, I mean, you can try it and see if it affects you. But if you're not losing weight, if you get stuck, that's what's causing the problem. So the collagen is best saved for the coffee. Because the protein, the chocolate keto shake already has 20 grams of protein in it. By adding the collagen, you're adding more protein to it. So I think for a lot of people, it's too much at one time, and their bodies release a little bit of insulin, and they're not losing body fat during those couple hours afterwards. So that could be a problem. That's why I'm wondering about the osteo powder, how that tastes in there. I know there's no carbs in the osteo powder, so we can try that in your chocolate shake. So I'll post. It's in the Keto90 Kickstart group, but I'll go in there and grab the recipe for it. But it's a whole recipe of what I put in my coffee every day, and I drink that twice a day.
Oh, okay. I could tell when I was off the collagen there for a few days. I just love that stuff. That is amazing.
Yeah. What did you notice when you're off of it?
Huh?
What did you notice that when you were off of it?
Just that body stiffness, or it just made a difference in the smoothness of my gait, my walk and stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, I noticed the same thing. So I love that product, and we're selling a lot of it. So it's that and the new microbiome are on what we have here at Longevity now is unbelievable.
Well, I have found that since I got off all the sugars and glutens and all that stuff, my hands don't hurt. And my hands hurt a lot all through the holidays. When we were eating different things that, probably were inflammatory. Well, we're definitely inflammatory foods. And they were hurting so bad I couldn't grab things. And because of the base joints of my thumbs. And since I started this, my hands have never felt better. They feel terrific.
Wow.
That's so awesome. And that absolutely, the sugar and the gluten and the carbs produce massive inflammation, and most people feel it in their hands. So it's the first place most people notice it from. But I got to still post the call. So I was away out of town, obviously, in Virginia, and then got caught in a massive windstorm yesterday that made me delay getting home. So I will post that Friday call was maybe the best call we have done. I'm sorry, the Thursday call where we did the mantras and the worm. So that was a really important call, and we want to make sure everyone hears that and posts their mantras that you're using on a daily basis for your weight loss. And pick one and say that over and over and over again throughout the day. And we'd love for you to share which of the 10 mantras are best for you and how it's working for you.
Can I ask a question that I missed a little bit at the beginning? Did you mention how many calories kind of in a day we should be having now that we're on it, and how many shakes we should be having?
Yep. So it's 300 calories 4 times a day. So we're in the ballpark of 1,200. So it's like some people don't eat as much as that. So it's 1,000. You really don't want to go under 1,000. And then, but if you did 13 or whatever, that's not the end of the world. That's not where the weight gain comes from. Is the calories per se. Although you got to keep them, relatively low. It's going to be the fact that you're in ketosis, that your body doesn't have carbohydrates but it still needs like the quick energy for things, so it doesn't, it has to turn to these ketones, your stored body fat, to do that. So you'll continue to lose weight, but it's not going to be like the first 3 days. You're going to lose a pound or two a week now, not a pound or two a day, or it's crazy weight loss in the beginning. So it will absolutely slow down. But hey, if we're losing 2 pounds, 3 pounds a week, and you're consistent about that, that's 52 pounds this year. And then people do lose faster than a pound a week, but I just want to set people up for a long-term mindset that, boy, this is coming off and it's going to stay off forever this time.
So what would you say averages that you've noticed? Is it a couple pounds a week or?
Everybody, has lost like 10 to 15 pounds on the Kickstart. And then it really depends on how much you have to lose. So people that have more to lose, it could still be, I still have guys losing 4 pounds a week. And people have to, the people that do need to lose more weight, they're up, around 3-4 pounds. And there's some weeks that are higher, 7, like a crazy week like that. But then maybe it's 7, but then it's next week it's only 3 or something, so then it kind of averages out. But then obviously it goes, your body has a thermostat inside of it and says, this is my kind of like my set point weight. And everyone has a weight that they've spent most of their life at, whatever that might be. So getting below that, obviously that last 20 pounds that we all want to lose are the toughest 20 as it gets down. And then, more exercise needs to be involved as you get down to the last 5 or 10 to 15 pounds. And, so, a lot of us struggle with that last, boy, if I could just lose that last 10 pounds, but it becomes a war. And, there's different tricks that I know that I've helped people do to lose that last 10, 20 pounds. So everything's absolutely, for the most part, smooth sailing till you get to that close to your goal. And then all of a sudden becomes like a war, but we're going to win that war and now trick your body and get you to the weight you want to be at.
Those CEO packs, the Ultimate CEO pack, did you get the numbers that you were looking for on that?
I think we sold like 37 of them or something like that. Is that what you're referring to? Tell me we sold or?
Yeah, we faxed or we texted one of the gals there. I don't know whose phone it was. She said she was going to forward it on. And I'll tell you what, took also because I have a lot of product. I don't need one more product. My house, believe me, I could supply us all. But we were very interested in that 4-day training at Cheryl's place that she goes on vacation. And that's what I'm thinking, that sounds great to be 4 days with you guys. It is going to be in the fall, right?
I don't know where Cheryl came up with that. She's like, I'm like, we're doing it as soon as possible, like next week. We're not doing it next week, but I want to do it sooner, way sooner than she was talking about. Yeah, we're going to be doing them throughout the year. And if you choose, so if you're like, no, now's not the time I want to do it, I want to do it later, that's fine. But we plan on doing it like having a group there like once a month. And it could be, this, different groups or, if someone wants to come back, but we're super passionate about getting people away from their house a little bit and getting emerged for a few days, working on themselves, and really diving in to say, hey, what is, we have so many people that know what they want. They know why they want it. But they're almost like in their own way. They get in their own way. So we all get in our own ways at times. So we're looking to have some breakthroughs, and we're not, these Zoom calls are great and we're going to give a lot of tips away and stuff, but we want people who need a breakthrough to have one. And that's what like a retreat like that would do, where you're going to spend, 3-4 days around like-minded people. And, we're going to go deep in those sessions and share some stories around the fireplace. And it's going to be life-changing. So that's what Cheryl and I are most passionate about. And we've stayed at these houses in the Outer Banks for a number of years now. We've always talked about, we got to use this, and there's other places too. There's places down the West Coast and places in Salt Lake City we've done them in, where you can get those houses where there's 15, 20 bedrooms in it. But we're all staying in the same house, and it's just going to be a real good,
ending
workshop. Yeah. Retreat kind of thing.
I'm glad you're saying sooner than later. I think, I'm glad you're mentioning that it would be sooner. I know September's convention, and there's so many things going on in the, personally, I think there's so many things going on in the fall. So, and just to get that focus, in the beginning is really good too.
Yeah, no, I want to do it in February. So we're looking for dates right now to do it. And then, but if you can't make the February one, we'll do one in March and April too. May's still good. June, it gets kind of hot. June, July, August are a little rough there. So if we can avoid those months, we probably will. Or do it someplace else that's not as hot. We can all come to Niagara Falls and
I can tell you, it's still pretty darn cold in North Carolina, so you might want to reconsider February. It's chilly.
Yeah, but it's going to be, we can still put a
Right.
a coat on and take a walk, around a little bit. But then the whole thing is that if it's super nice out, no one's going to want to be inside.
Yeah.
So we want it to be somewhat bad so that with the last company I was with, we did all of our conventions in Vegas in February because that's only a month of the year that you didn't want to be outside in Vegas the whole time, So it's so cold there and miserable that you didn't mind being in a meeting room all day long. Because I always have a tough time in San Diego. I'm like, hey, what are we doing in the meeting room here in September? It's beautiful outside. Yeah.
Well, anywhere will be great, Paul. Anywhere that you guys decide and any time will be wonderful. We're looking so forward to that focused time.
Hey, Paul, somebody just asked a good question in chat. All those on the Better Health site is a whole Keto90 lifestyle. Is everything on there kosher to do?
Yes, absolutely. It's just not necessarily the perfect 300 calorie meal. So I looked through that and, Tracy made all that and it's all absolutely keto for sure. And there's some great ideas there. But I'm not sure. I haven't gone through all the math to make sure that they're all exactly 300 calories. So I'll go through that and just double check to make sure that.
Paul,
yeah.
I noticed with checking a couple of them that the snacks seem to be a little less in calories, but they have 5 meals on there. So
yes, they might be.
Like,
they might call a snack like 250, or I'm sorry, 150. So
right.
that 2 snacks together would be 300.
Right. So what I tried to do was I tried to pull some of that and some of the other stuff from, and just I have to work with what I have right now. So yeah. So
yeah, and I labeled out what on the website what a cube really is. It's 25 grams of fat, and I think it was 20 grams of protein, and then
I have it here. It's 25 grams of fat. I wrote down 3 carbs. Is that right?
Yep.
And then 15 protein and 300 calories.
Oh, 15 protein. Okay. Yeah. So the shake's like 18 protein. So don't get totally like crazy that, oh my gosh, I'm at 18, not 15. Like we're talking ballpark here, but you can't like say, oh, I need 25 grams of fat and only get 5. Like that's not ballpark. You got to be, now if you only had 20 grams of fat, that should be okay. But, maybe you'll have a little bit more later, but what I'm worried about is, are you staying full enough? That's why there's 25 grams of fat to get to that. It seems that no one's hungry at 100 grams of fat a day. So if anyone tells me they're hungry, it's because they're not at 100 grams of fat a day, or because they're not at 100 ounces of water a day. So that number 100 has to be fat grams and water grams. And I don't know anyone that really should not be hungry with those 2 numbers. Is anybody hungry?
I'm having a hard time like doing up my own menu and getting my fat up there and keeping like the calories and, the right, and the proteins and the carbs all kind of doing what it should be doing. Because I look at them individually, and then I add them up at the end of the day. And I try to do the menu in the morning, or I'm hoping to get several days out. But it's kind of hard for me to really get it. Like today I was only at about, hold on, is that right? Today I was at 89, but what I figured out for tomorrow, is only at 43 for the fat. And so I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Right now, for some unknown reason, I guess my keto shake got tied up because Larry and I share it. And I had it on the right schedule and it was going good. But then it was like, now it's out. And I thought it would be in today or Friday. And anyway, so I'm kind of messed up because I don't have the shake because I can make up for the fat in the shake.
Yeah, do you
so
drink
I'm trying
coffee?
to do the No, I don't drink coffee, but I like the tea, but I've been drinking more the slim detox tea so that I stay away from other teas that aren't longevity.
Yeah, the best.
And we've been drinking the hot chocolate.
The best fat to best food to make up fat is avocado.
Oh, I have that in the house too. So, and then the other day I put like a tablespoon of butter in hot chocolate. And that brought the calories up though too, which I think sent me way up there. So like I'm having a hard time really balancing things because I've never done this before. So I'm really looking forward to the
Well, if it brought the
cubes.
calories up, there's something. So then you got to look back at the which category of it's either the calories. If the calories got bumped up, then that means you had too many carbs, too much protein, or too many fat grams. And I don't think it was fat grams. So what you're probably telling me is that the protein grams were over 60 for that day.
Yeah. And I think that's where my struggle is with the first couple of days trying to figure out the meal plan and stuff without the cubes. So I think once we get the cubes, hopefully that'll help me to stay on target a little better. I mean, I'm still losing weight. Larry's at a standstill right now. But I'm still losing just like, maybe a couple ounces or whatever a day. So I'm not sure. I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to figure it out. And I take a lot of time doing the math. It's going crazy.
Yeah, it's great though, because I took a lot of time to do the math too. And I got, curious about it. And because I did that, I got really good at this and I understood it better.
Okay.
It's time well spent.
Yeah, and I realize that, and I'm making notes of all the different things. So like the chicken Caesar salad is like, for me, when I figured everything up, is like 462 calories, but the fat's a little bit under, the carbs are a little bit higher, and of course the protein's higher, but I don't know whether I did something wrong maybe with I think I figured out what my issue was with that. Sorry. I think it's the dressing that I'm using that's causing issues.
Yeah, you really got to watch the dressing, and there's a lot of different choices. And so it's a Caesar dressing you're using?
Yes, but it's a Caesar Parmesan.
Yep.
So
now you know what you're looking for. You're looking for, lowest carb, lowest protein possible, highest fat.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and look at that again. And maybe if we use like half of what they recommend instead of the full amount, it's like, it usually is 2 tablespoons. So maybe if I cut it to 1, maybe that'll help.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you.
I was wondering, have you considered or talked to Michelle about putting together a keto pack so that all of the products that you suggested for this program would be put together for someone just to pick up?
We absolutely have, and it's a little bit of how popular is this thing? Like, we didn't know we were going to get,
Yeah.
So we got, we had over 250 people, I think, on the first round. And everyone was just super excited about it, did wonderful, and like has become like the talk of the whole company. So like even Cheryl and I, like, we get text messages from so many people about, oh my gosh, I love you guys. I've never lost this much weight this fast. I've never felt this good, and just so many positive comments to all of us and in Facebook. And so Michelle's like, what the, she just couldn't believe how crazy fast and awesome this is working. So, yeah, we can get anything we want now. the question is, I'm trying to figure out how to do a poll on this thing here. You know, where if people are using more of the healthy body pack, where they're using the Peach BTT, the liquid osteo, and the, you know, the EFA plus, or are they using the liquid calcium and the liquid BTT? So maybe just type it in the chat. I thought I had a polling ability on this, but I guess not. So if you can just type in, I'm doing powder, you know, type in powder or type in liquid, just so I got you know, 15 people on here. So something's about to lose. Does everybody know how to work the chat? You can go into the chat button there, and you can just type in, I'm doing liquid BTT and or just powder, liquid or powder. Just type that in. Okay, so of course Victoria's got to be difficult with powder and liquid.
You mean osteo?
Yes.
Osteo, I do the liquid. I actually put the powder down, meaning BTT, not the pills.
Yeah. Have you tried the BTT liquid?
Never.
Never?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
What's it called?
It's called Ultimate
What am I
Tangy
getting?
Tangerine.
Oh yeah, I've never tried that.
We just redid this formula, and it tastes unbelievable. Like, this is my favorite product in the whole company right now.
No, you don't do the powder, you do that one.
So does Cheryl.
Is it the same amount of ingredients in it, or is there a different amount? Okay.
Let me just say, even though this is being recorded and I'm going to be hitting the head for saying this, let's just say this is really good.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know.
Like, really good. Yeah, it's got, I mean, super high dosage. So it's got the Majestic Earth Plant Dried Minerals, 300 milligrams. It's got, you go down the label, and it is loaded.
Would you have to add plant minerals to it then?
Well, so this is awesome for a 100-pound person, but yeah, if you're over 100 pounds, you should add a shot of
Okay.
minerals, but not because it's missing minerals, like the tablets are missing minerals, you know? So the tablets are way down my list as an option, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the powder does have like probiotics and this and that, so it's an unbelievable, I mean, it's the best health supplement in the world, but it's 1 ounce and it tastes unbelievable, and you're just done with it. So, and it's super powerful. I actually feel better on the liquid too. I think it's stronger.
So can we exchange, is there a pack that we can get with our next order? Does it come in a pack?
It doesn't at the moment, but the pack I want to put together with, if everyone backs me on this, is the this liquid with the osteo liquid and the you know, either EFA plus or Prohoba. I don't know which one we're going to pick. I think the EFA plus is, you know, it's got the 6 to 9 in it, you know, it's just got everything in it. So it's a better idea to do that. And then if you want to do extra EFAs, which we highly recommend, just the Omega's fine. You don't need to do 2 bottles of the EFA plus. And then obviously a canister of the chocolate keto shake.
Now I'm doing the strawberry. Does that make a difference?
No, either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
So I
about
think what does that work out to be, like $200?
Yeah, well, everything I put together today was about 300 when you add the root beer bellies and, you know, so, but it would just be nice when you're sharing this with somebody to say, well, you just go to the site and you order this instead of a grocery list of products. So
Yep. Yep. The problem is just but what you said though, okay, so then they got to make a pack that's got chocolate and a pack that's got strawberry because it's an item code that's already pre-boxed at the company. So, they're trying to do all they can and not have 4 million different boxes of stuff. But I think there's some that we can get rid of because no one's really using them. So,
Well, if you're are you doing a $4.99 pack? Because if you're doing the $4.99, you could do one of each.
No. This would be like a I think it's $200.
Oh, okay.
It's $199 for just the get started keto kickstart pack, which I think is great for a prospect to come in. It's $199. We'll throw in the coaching and all the support group.
Yeah.
And then have a recommended
Like if you
list of
develop the
add-on
same,
products that. Go ahead.
if you do the same pack like you do with the keto, numbers, they've got just one pack showing, and then you enter whichever flavor you want. That would be the only variance would be in those two, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Think it'd
So
be
we'll work on that. But
shucks, that's not a problem.
yeah.
Hey, Paul, just to get it one more time, if people sign up, what is the website they sign up on?
Keto90kickstart.com, but you got to give me 1 minute to go re-put the new form up for the group 2. Keto90kickstart.com.
And
Were you going to add you to that so that you knew it was the second one? Or is that just the sign up one?
So it'll say on the, welcome, you're enrolling for group number 2. Please enter your address so we can send you the free samples. And it'll start, we'll actually have our first call this Friday, which is just kind of an introductory call. And then we do the Monday, Tuesday, but we're not doing a ring the bell thing this time. So everything's just going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern. But then we'll keep doing these Monday calls, and then we can invite other groups to join in on this because it's an ongoing support group. And all of you are more than welcome to come to the Kickstart calls again if you want. You can come in and support us and give your testimony and some tips and stuff because these are new people. Hopefully your prospects or your new members that are going to this that are like, okay, I did this. I spent a couple $100. I got the healthy body pack. I got my chocolate shake. And, I'm hoping this works for me. And we all know it does because it happened to work for us. So, but just being there to support them and knowing that not only will they have those calls to come to in the Facebook group, but also these ongoing calls too on Mondays.
And these calls will continue to be on keto90zoom.com.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for all
I just want to say thank you very much for putting together this Kickstart because I had been trying to lose weight, trying to do it pretty much low carb, but not quite keto. And I was actually gaining weight and I was getting very discouraged. So this came around at exactly the right time. And I'm just so grateful.
You're welcome. I'm super, super happy to hear that. And all we ask is that you pay it forward, go out and contribute to the rest of the world and say, because you're not the only one struggling. There's millions and millions of people struggling right now with this. And we know that we have the answer. I mean, the keto is great, but keto is horrible for you without the 90. That's what makes this whole thing work is the nutrients in your body. And no other company has the nutrients that we have, all 90 in one spot like this. And we have all these different add-on products that make it really work well. Without the keto hot chocolate, without the detox tea and all those other things, this becomes very difficult, if not, there's just no way you could do it. So we have something that no other company on the planet has right now. We just pray everyone realizes that and takes fully advantage of it for themselves and realizes that this is a time in history, beginning of a new year, new decade, that I'm going to make me really important, and put yourself first. lose this weight, get super healthy, achieve optimal health. That presentation we did on Saturday called the 9 puzzle pieces to optimal health. I mean, I literally thought of that like 2:30 in the morning. You know, we were up late and just brainstorming, and I'm like, you know, is it components? We have the 4 categories of health. I don't like categories, so we're just going on, and I don't even know why the word puzzle bumped in my head, but I think that's going to be a legendary presentation that we're going to use. And one of the puzzle pieces is optimal weight. Like, you just can't have optimal health without optimal weight. So we got to get people to that optimal weight through this program. But at the same time, we're also working on those other puzzle pieces to help people achieve optimal health. That's our word here at Longevity, because no other company on the planet can help people achieve optimal health like we can. So, okay, wonderful, everyone. Well, super great job. So proud of all of you. Keep it up. We'll be in the group answering questions. Message me if you got anything in particular that you got an idea on or something. But we really appreciate all of you being like, you're literally all like kind of guinea pigs on this this program. You're group 1, and we're blown away by the success that all of you have had. And we're so looking forward to helping you continue to lose weight and have continued success. So let's keep this Monday thing going, and let's make this the best year ever. Okay, thanks everyone. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Send us those cubes.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay,
Thank
I will.
you. When is the next Zoom?
I got my task list here. It's going to be next Monday.
Thanks.
Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Tell
Okay, bye,
Cheryl
everyone.
we missed her.